Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Lorian and I am a mum of almost 5 children. So every time it's one of their birthdays, I absolutely love to make them a cake. So this is me making my son Rue's cake. It was his 3rd birthday and he is obsessed with Toy Story. So I made him a Toy Story alien cake because he finds the aliens really funny. So I'm just going to sort of like talk you through a little bit how I make it. And yeah, I know that lots of you find it interesting to see the cakes that I make. So that's why I filmed it, to share it with you all. So I'm going to start by making his body. So I used some light blue sugar paste and I just molded the sort of shape of his body. I wanted him to be quite fat. I know the aliens are quite chubby, aren't they? So I started it with his body and then I made a little like leg line with my sugar paste tools, and then I'm going to make his belt to go round him. I only just got into sugar paste on Rue's birthday last year and I made him a Peppa Pig cake, which is actually on my channel too. But I think I sort of never knew that I could make cakes and do sugar paste figures until I actually tried. But I definitely get it from my mum. I mean, I will share you a picture of the wedding cake that she made me. She made mine and Curtis' wedding cake and it's incredible. She's made like the children's birthday cakes before and she's just absolutely amazing. Like, she's so much better than me at cake baking. She is just perfect. So I will share some pictures of her cakes with you. She's always been incredible at it and always made our cakes, and she does an amazing job. So it's definitely where I get it from, just not as good as her. So I'm just making his belt. And then I'm going to cut the little buckle out and stick that on. I couldn't find my edible glue, so I was using some jam to stick it all together. The jam does work well, you just need to be careful because you can see the jam colour through it. I did pop out to shops later and buy some edible glue, but I didn't even need it. So yeah, after I've done his belt, I'm now making his feet, which I found quite difficult because they're quite big, but they're quite hard to shape. So once I was happy with his feet, I made a little purple disc, which is what he's got between his head and his shoulders. So I just made the little purple disc, and then I got some white sugar paste and some lime green food colouring, which is by Sugar Flare, I think, and it's like a very high concentrate food colouring and it works so well. You only need a tiny bit to actually colour something. I bought that instead of buying a green sugar paste because I really wanted like a perfect lime green, and this got me the perfect colour. I then used my tool to make 4 holes, so 3 for his eyes, just some round holes, and then 1 for his mouth. And on his mouth you want to just sort of like shape the edges a little bit, but the eyes just are literally like that, and then you'll make the little balls to put inside. So now I'm going to make his ears, which I found really difficult. You have to just like sort of make oval shapes and then poke your tool in it to sort of make a gap and a point and just sort of shape it into an alien ear sort of thing. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I think the trickiest thing was perhaps his hands. I stuck his ears on with some jam again at either side and they stuck really well. So now I'm going to make his arms, and you just get some more light blue sugar paste and just make some oval sort of shapes. Just stick them on and shape them round. They're one of the most easiest things to do. His hands I do next, and I just found them so difficult. So I rolled out a couple of lime green balls for his hands, and then I used a knife to cut 2 gaps so I can make 3 fingers because he's only got 3 fingers. And I just used the round ball of my tool and shaped them round, but it was so much harder than it looks. It was really tricky to get like all the fingers the same shape and not make them too big and make sure they're the right size. But yeah, we got there eventually. And now I'm going to make his eyes. So get some white sugar paste, roll 3 little balls that will fit your holes perfectly. This was just super simple to do and it looked so good. And then get a little bit of the green paste and just put it on top for a little eyelid and just stick them in the holes. I thought it was going to be really hard to do his eyes, but it was so easy. And then you need a little bit of black sugar paste, or if you just want to use a bit of black food colouring or something, you could do that. And just stick 3 little black dots on the white just to make his little eyeballs. Next, this looks really tricky, it's not. So a little bit of orange sugar paste and make a circle to stick on his shirt, and then yellow and just make a little strip and get some jam or glue on it and stick it on around the circle so it looks like a Saturn sort of thing around the space symbol. And then I got some little bits of just random colours that went with the alien. So a bit of orange, a bit of black, a bit of yellow. And then I stuck the little dots in the middle of the planet and it just looked really good. I'm surprised with how well he turned out. I find that I always think these characters are going to be really tricky, but when you do actually go and give it a go, they're actually not so hard to make. So next up I'm making my cake. So this is a Nigella Lawson recipe. I won't go on too much because I will link the recipe below. I use this every time the children want a chocolate cake. It's very easy to make and it's really delicious, really soft. And yeah, so basically here you'll see me just pop all my ingredients in, mix it all together and then bake my cakes. And I baked for hours that morning, probably from about 7 till about 11:30. I had to make about 6 cakes, I think it was, and I doubled the recipe. So I'll just add all the ingredients, mix it all together, bake all my cakes, and then it will be time to level them all.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah. And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete.
So first up I'm going to make some normal buttercream because I need a little bit to stick on the base of my cake board to stick my cake on top, and then I'm going to put it to the side because for inside my cake I'm going to use Swiss meringue buttercream, which is a cupcake gemma recipe. I will also link below. It sounds difficult but it's really not difficult to make. Now level all my cakes off because they always come out such different sizes. I actually really do need some new cake tins. I just have not got around to sorting that out for myself. So yeah, I'm going to level them all up. I'm going to layer them with my Swiss meringue. So this is me making my Swiss meringue. You use egg whites and do not let the yolk get in it. You use caster sugar and you boil those on the hob. Like, is it called a bain-marie? And then you whisk it up until you can feel no sugar granules in it. And then when it's cooled down a little bit, you add in butter and you whisk it until it just goes so soft and creamy. But yeah, I will link that below because I'm no expert at making that. You'll definitely want to watch her video to see how to make it. So I'm going to level all the cakes, I'm going to layer them with my Swiss meringue, and then I'm going to get on with my crumb coating, just so that the crumbs stay and I don't get any of the crumbs come through onto my main blue colour.
by my side when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets, 'cause I'm incomplete. 'Cause I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets, 'cause I'm incomplete.
So once you have crumb coated your cake, you need to put it in the fridge just to set and go quite hard. It doesn't really take too long. Then once I've done that, I've got my Swiss meringue buttercream, which I have added some blue food colouring into, which is my sugar flare one again, and got my a nice quite strong blue but baby blue colour, and I'm going to cover the cake in it. I find it really hard to get buttercream quite level and smooth, but I didn't need it to be too smooth for this cake because I'm going to stick stuff all over it. So I would just sort of be wasting my time if I stood there for ages trying to level it equally.
Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed, taken by the sunrise and the golden view. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments.
And now I've done that, I've made some more buttercream and coloured it bright green so that these match the alien colours. And I'm going to pipe it around the edge just to give a neat border, otherwise the edges are just so messy, aren't they?
It's in these moments.
And then on top I'm going to do some swirls and stick 3 eyes along it so that it looks like little aliens all around the edge.
Oh, I got lost on a winding road in the dark of night with the stars aglow. Heaven's up above, got me below as I head to you like the river flows. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments.
So now I'm just going to decorate it with lots of sprinkles. So I chose some metallic blue like discs, and I'm just going to stick them all on there. It's such a soft, smooth buttercream that they just stick easily into it.
It's in this moment with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments.
And then I found these little balls, and there were pink, white, yellow, green and blue, which was perfect. I just took the pink out because I don't really need pink on here. And then I just randomly stuck them all over it. I stuck a circle around the alien, and then I just stuck them all over the cake. And it's just like really simple, but it just looked really good. For the alien's antenna, I will say that I did take it off and get a cocktail stick, poke that through the top of his head, and then stick some sugar paste around it. Otherwise it's really hard to hold it. So that worked better than trying to get a bit of sugar paste to stand on top, because I didn't have time to wait for it to dry. But that is everything, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it interesting. I really enjoy making these cakes, and I enjoy like making videos for you all and sharing it all with you. And it's so sweet when you're all so nice. You've just all been so lovely about everything. Rue's birthday, his cake, everything. Honestly, you're just all so lovely. But thank you so much for watching. Please stick around on my channel and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you on my next video. I will just add a little clip onto the end, which is Rue seeing his cake, and it was so sweet because I really just thought a 3-year-old would not be interested, but he absolutely loved it and it was adorable. So I'll share his little reaction at the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have had a lovely week. Mummy made it for you. That's okay. Do you like it? Darling, do you like it?